for education, rewarding education is like 200,000 naira. What does that do on the psyche? And I'm talking about the young people this morning. You are an academic, you are in education, and I'm sure you work with them, you know them. What does this do to their psyche?
Well, you see, it reinforces the belief that the government is paying lip service to education. Now, let's get it right.
Yeah.
An average professor in Nigeria who has spent years doing research, impacting knowledge, earns less than 600,000 naira. A tout who emerges on the political scene and maybe is appointed a special advisor to a governor or a local government chairman goes home with close to 1 million naira. What does that tell you about government's priorities? And then the Revenue Mobilization and Allocation and Fiscal Commission is proposing an increment of salaries for these same people who have ensured that education remains retarded by poor funding. You know, in the salary of a governor whose highest qualification needs to be just secondary school or at most secondary school is like 2 times that of a professor. So that tells you that the government is not serious about education. But then I believe that why it is very discouraging, I think young men should not be misled to thinking that the education is a scam, which is what a reinforcement that this government seems to be doing.
Exactly.
With that
So how does this help?
Well, it's a very unfortunate situation, but then they have many people that they can look up to as role models whose education have really helped. Nigeria's rise to attaining a Nobel laureate is not because of a politician, but because Professor Wole Soyinka, a world-renowned novelist, playwright, dramatist. It is education that took him to that feat. And we have several people like that we can look up to as role model. We have to choose carefully, I'm talking of young men now, who your role model is. Certainly not the politicians, not the political office holders, and certainly not the people who want to perpetuate that perception that education is a scam.